This week's weekly ritual is dedicated to the music and the memory of Diecast frontman Paul Stoddard and Coratory and Damn Your Eyes drummer Darren Markoff, who both passed away this week. Rest in power. Happy Halloween weekend, everybody! You're watching the Weekly Ritual, Ghost Cult's news show, right here on YouTube. If you're new to the channel, and you probably are, thanks for watching. If you like what you see, like or subscribe. With that out of the way, let's get into it.
In case you missed it, features at Ghost Cult.
Check out our brand new interview with Justin Perot of Stormland. His new album, The Human Cost, is out now. Also check out our exclusive new interview with Devin Townsend. His new interview, Lightwork, is out November 4th from Inside Out Music. We also interviewed Johannes McKinnon from Horizon Ignited. Their new album is out now. Over on the Ghost Cult Magazine podcast, we interviewed Michael York of Pianos Become the Teeth. Their new album, Drift, is out now from Epitaph Records. This show is also a podcast, so wherever you listen to podcasts, just walk your little walking fingers over to the search bar and type in Ghost Cult Man, and you'll find us. Over on the Glacially musical Pouredcast, host Nick Cameron and I drink beer, listen to vinyl, and talk about music stuff every week. This week we've got a special guest, Emily Burton of Fireball Ministry.
And now, the news rundown.
In the story of the week, When We Were Young Fest had to cancel day one of their highly anticipated festival as there was a threat of high winds that could have taken down the stage, and so it was an unsafe environment to have the festival. Obviously, this was a major disappointment to the festival fans and the bands. Some bands made the best of it and did pop-up shows around the city. Some were very pricey and upwards of $1,000. Others, like Kitty, found a place to play and rocked out for the fans. They did have day two without a hitch on Sunday, and they will have another festival day this Saturday. Next Memorial Day weekend, Adjacent Fest is taking place in Atlantic City, New Jersey, and it's going to be a rager for punk and emos. Blink-182, Paramore, Turnstile, so many killer bands. Tickets are on sale now. Third time's the charm. Parkway Drive has rebooked their North American tour. Direct support this time will come from Memphis May Fire and Currents. Hopefully, the tour takes place this time around. Fresh off of their dates celebrating their Animosity album, Seven Dust has announced a run of tour dates to close the year in the Midwest. Ginger is getting ready to kick off their headline tour with POD and a bunch of other bands. Look at this, Nickelback! Nickelback has announced their first shows in many years. They're going to play 3 shows later this year as they get ready to release a brand new album. In cancellations, Off has been forced to postpone their entire North American tour due to an injury to their drummer. Get well soon. Jane's Addiction has dropped out of a bunch of dates on their current tour opening for Smashing Pumpkins. Perry Farrell got an injury during the tour. They were replaced for a bunch of dates by Our Lady Peace, but are expected to rejoin the tour next week sometime and make up some more dates. Judas Priest is closing in on finishing their brand new album, according to 2 new interviews, one with Rob Halford and one with Falcon Faulkner. We talked to Richie last year and he was telling us about the progress of the album, but now we're super stoked to announce that they will have a new album out in 2023. They're almost done with it. It's sounding pretty good. We're very excited. Serj Tankian, who has a brand new solo EP out, has said something big is going to get announced by System of a Down in early 2023. Is it a new album? Probably not. Is it a bunch of headline tours? Most likely. Speaking of albums coming out in 2023, Immortal has announced their brand new album, War Against All, coming soon. They're down to just Demonos now, as Bot went solo a long time ago, and Horg is now out of the band. But we're super looking forward to the new album, the follow-up to Northern Chaos Gods. Have you seen the trailer to Ant-Man and Wasp Quantumania coming out next year? It's crazy! But what's also crazy is Elton John's classic song Goodbye Yellow Brick Road is on the soundtrack. Theory of a Deadman has released a brand new single, Dinosaur. Volta is a revolutionary new video-on-demand platform, and they are hosting a replay of the entire recent Black and Blue Fest. You can check it out right now at the link below. This year's Black and Blue Fest featured Agnostic Front, Sick of It All, Madball, Murphy's Law, Burn, No Redeeming Social Value, Crown of Thorns, Shutdown, Ignite, Sub-Zero, and many more. Ozzy Osbourne is going to perform a concert in the metaverse. Decentraland, a new decentralized blockchain fancy pants metaverse platform, is going to host an entire concert by Ozzy soon. Hopefully in 2023, Ozzy will be able to play in person a lot more. Quicksand has dropped a brand new standalone single, Felice, which is out now. A whole bunch of new supergroups have been announced. We'll run them down for you. First out of the gate, Richie Faulkner, Rex Brown, Scott Travis, and Ronnie Romero have teamed up in the band Elegant Weapon. Their debut album, Horns for a Halo, is coming in the spring. Todd Kearns, Will Hunt, and Steph Burns have teamed up for the power trio Heroes and Monsters. And another super duper project, Host, a side project of Paradise Lost, Nick Holmes, and Greg McIntosh, have also signed to Nuclear Blast, and they're putting out a debut album in February. Gorilla Ghost, one of our favorite underground hip-hop bands, has a brand new album coming out next month, and we debuted their new single, Wayfarer, which you can check out now. The Used have a new single and a video. You! There goes our monetization, but The Used has a new song. Go check it out, it's a banger. If you love sludge and stoner doom, you need to check out the brand new Melvin's Tribute album. A Future of Bad Men, a Melvin's Tribute, is out now. And finally in the news, Enslaved will reissue their 1992 demo, Yggdrasil, exclusively on a few new formats, completely remixed and remastered with original artwork.
And now for a look at New Music Friday. Brant Bjork, Bougainvillea Suite, Heavy Psych Sounds. Buzzherd and Pale Horseman Split, self-release. Clamorous, Opus Limbonica, Inverse Records. Dead Cross, 2, Epicac Records. Defleshed, Grind Over Matter, Metal Blade Records. Deicide, Crucifixion, The Early Years, Dissonance Records. Devil's Witches, In All Her Forms, Majesty Mountain Records. Divinial Verdict, Ash Blind, Transcending Obscurity Records. Devin Townsend, Lightwork, Inside Out Music. Dimmu Borgir, Puritanical Euphoric Misanthropia, re-release, Nuclear Blast Records. Dr. Acula, self-titled, Silent Pendulum Records. Feytooth, Remnants of the Vessel, Dune Altar Records. Fit for a King, The Hell We Create, Solid State Records. Forlisten, Black Terrain, I Voidhanger. Mind Ahead, 6119 Part 1, Rockshots Records. Noctin, Credo Certe Necras, Monarch Heavy. Psychonaut, Violate Consensus Reality, Pelagic Records. Royal Hunt, Dystopia Part 2, North Point Records. Silver Phantom, Crimson Cabaret, Uprising Records. Sodom, 40 Years at War, The Greatest Hell of Sodom, SPV and Steamhammer. Them, Fierce City, SPV and Steamhammer. Thought Crime, Digital Drift, Prosthetic Records. Vicarin, Infernum, self-release. Various artists, Bound for Hell, on the Sunset Strip box set, the Numero Group. And Viveki, Forn Specky, Seasons of Myth. And now for a look in our mailbag.
This week's mailbag, we got an awesome vinyl. Hammers and Misfortunes Classic, 17th Street, an amazing heavy metal, progressive metal album. This band is so killer. They got a brand new album. They're making a comeback next month. We'll cover it here at Ghost Cult, but this album's a banger. It's on 180 gram vinyl. It sounds immaculate, and I'm super stoked to have this thing in my collection. I picked it up from the Metal Blade kiosk in Las Vegas while I was on vacation there. You made it to this part of the show, so you know what time it is. It's the end. GhostCultMag.com's a small business, blah bitty blah bitty blah. Thanks for being here. As we say every week at this juncture of the show, it's a tough time in the world, so please, take care of yourselves. Take care of each other, and remember to stay as metal as possible.